Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about ladies' watches and what I think about them. I am a fan of ladies' watches. I really like them. I think if you're a lady, a woman, and you're into luxury timepieces, you have so many great watches to choose from at relatively affordable prices. Um, there are ladies' versions of men's watches, such as, well, like what I have before you, the Jaeger LeCoultre Reversal, and they are absolutely stunning. Now, what's what's happened over the last, let's say, 10 years or so is the enlargement of men's pieces. And I strongly attribute it to the fact that women started wearing men's watches, and obviously men feel that they should be bigger, stronger. They want to establish dominance and differentiate themselves from women. Therefore, it kind of increased the size of men's watches, right? If you look at all the old Rolex, Oyster, Perpetual, or Datejust, the traditional size was 26 millimeters, not big at all. Very feminine, very elegant, very discreet, just classy, right? But women, I guess they wanted to be seen on equal footing as men, and therefore, quite often you see women wearing 34, even 36, or or full blown 39 millimeter Rolex watches, right? Nothing wrong with that, I guess, but it just looks a little bit. I'm not a fan of women wearing men's watches. To be very honest with you, it just looks a little bit. It doesn't look elegant. It doesn't look proportional. It just looks a little bit sloppy. It's like it's like men wearing baggy jeans, right? When a girl wears a man's watch, I mean, unless they have, right, really big, unless they're really big women with full size wrists. I think women look a lot better wearing the traditional sizes, 26, maybe up to a 30 millimeter watch. I think for most women, that's as big as it should get. Once they go into like 34, 36, 39, 40, 42 millimeter, it looks a little trashy, ladies. I'm sorry. And and I believe that's why men's watches became so big, right? It was because of women wearing traditional men's watches, and then men, and then you got dumbass men who need to feel, I guess, bigger and more powerful than women, and therefore there was a demand. It created a demand for larger watches, right? It's pretty strange here in the West uh, where your sexual orientation is so defined, right? Women want to be men, men want to be, and men really want to be men, right? They just want to be powerful and show dominance and influence. And it's a little bit strange. Over here, I think in this day and age, right, in 2017, it really seems like women who are feminine, it's a little bit frowned upon. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a. Women are quite can be very confusing to me at times, but but the sense I get, right, based on just popular culture and in the media and just advertising and marketing, is that I see women today I see women portrayed as being very strong, strong-headed leaders, and, and just non-feminine, right? You see any kind of advertising, it's always about women doing sports, women being business leaders, being political leaders, and having roles of power and dominance, which is fine and all. But what happened to the lady? What happened to women being, being portrayed as feminine? Is that something that's not encouraged for girls today in the West? Is I don't know. I just see women as sometimes trying to be men in the men's world, right? It's a little bit confusing, especially in this day and age where the um, I guess where women's rights are at an all-time high. You have the feminist movement, and right, women want equal rights to men, but at the same time, they don't want the same responsibilities that men have to take. Sometimes, if you want to live in a man's world, to you want to reap the rewards. There's a price to pay, actually, right? Us men, we have to work full time to support the family and all these things, and you know, it's uh, it's getting a little bit ridiculous, right? Women wanting to be men, right? Wearing men's watches to show that they are on an equal footing, which is all great and stuff. It's really great. I'm all for equal rights, right? But at the end of the day, when it comes to positions of power and authority, I don't know why gender plays a role, right? It comes down to the person, and right, there's women trying to be men sometimes when they wear men's watches, and I don't like that. I really don't. I like my women to be women, right? That's a little more feminine, elegant, classy, um, right? Just complimentary, uh, and then just good to be around with, right? Someone to compliment myself, and yeah, not someone who's trying to be something that they're not. So women, please, if there are women's options for luxury wristwatches, please go for the women's one, because it just looks so classy, right? When I see a lady with a ladies luxury timepiece, like a 26 millimeter Datejust or Oyster Perpetual, or you know or this, right? I love to see this on my wife's wrist when I give it to her, or when I see a lady wearing a Cartier Tank or Cartier Santos. Beautiful watch. This looks so good on the lady. Anyway, that was an odd rant. I didn't know how talking about ladies' watches turned into political topic with feminism and women's rights. I'm all for that, but sometimes the feminist movement and women's rights can get a little bit too much. right? And they paint men in such a poor light, right? Anyway, just a comparison, his and hers. Right. Thank you very much. Goodbye.